Almost there. Hey! Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us. It's going to be super brief, around 15 minutes, but I had the opportunity to bring back Dr. Cheryl after a couple of years, and I'm super excited to share with you through her how to go beyond disease and into ease. It's going to be a conversation around mindfulness and around health and holistic health and how to be your own doctor. And I'm not going to say too much because we have here the super deep expert with decades of experience to really inspire us to be more aware of how to go beyond disease and into it. Thank you so much again for being here. Please share with anyone that you think can be inspired by this, and let's have fun and enjoy and learn a lot in these 15 minutes. Dr. Sherry, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's so fun to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
So, Dr. Sherry, what is the story in a few words or in a few sentences or in whatever time you need, but what is the condensed story behind this powerful and loving and insightful message that you have for us?
Well, in my decades of naturopathic practice, I've seen that patients make the biggest shift in their health when they make a shift in their perspective towards what's happening to them. It isn't always just the supplement or the body work or that makes a shift. There's something else. And I wanted to bring that out for everybody to be able to benefit from this.
That's so interesting because I've noticed that myself, and I'm not an expert on health, yes, in mental health, but not in physical health. But I've noticed how with some doctors or some experts in health, I will connect really quickly, and what they say really help me really quick to execute some things or do some things that will, really in maybe minutes or hours or a couple of days have a clear shift. While other people, I will spend money and time, but I wouldn't really click, so not much will happen. Is this related to what you mean?
Yeah, in a way, it's that it really emphasizes that medicine is individualized because how we get to a certain condition, health condition, is different for everybody. So I take something as simple as coming down with a cold. Most people that happens to, even though some of my patients say, oh, I never get colds or flus, and those are the ones I actually worry about because a cold is a natural cleansing reaction. But can you remember the last time you had a cold?
In a way, these holidays, I flew to Morocco and it was hotter there. Actually, I flew from France, but because the contrast was so big between the night and the day, or at least that's my story and my physical observation, I got a little bit of a cold. It didn't got more than that. It was just a cold.
Yeah, so you were coming down with something you weren't quite. Your environment was different. So that's one physical influence on your body clearing out with a cold. But was there something happening emotionally in your life?
Totally. It was also I was working my ass for the last couple of months, and finally I decided to take one full holiday.
Yeah.
So my body was like, okay, now it's my time to relax and to chill and to let go and to distress.
So did you find yourself saying, "Oh man, I'm on vacation. Why is this happening to me?" Did you find yourself that thought go through your mind?
Uh, Not really. I did wish that it didn't got worse because it didn't got too bad. And I was too excited to be surfing anyway, so I was just.
Yeah, well, you were riding through it, but most people go, oh man, I, this is my vacation. Why am I feeling this way? And you've gone a little bit beyond that because the next shift in perspective is why is this happening for me?
Hmm.
And then when we realize that, oh, like you just said, yeah, I had been working my ass off, I needed some downtime, having a cold or just not feeling as well allows you to take time to rest, because what's more healing than rest?
Mm-hmm.
And then you were empowered to, I'm going to enjoy this vacation, right? And so was there anything that you did in terms of taking any supplements or vitamin C, anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I just enjoy as much as possible, and
Yeah.
also, yeah, I know
So,
that when I'm in a high vibration or as fulfilled as possible and as positive as possible, my immune system is stronger and it deals better with what's going on. And which leads me a little bit to something else so our communities of conscious leaders, of people who've been in personal growth often for a decade or more, like you and me, but if not, at least really intensely. Um, so what is one of the deepest insights that you share in this? Also, I mean, some of it is you can all receive it through bit.ly/beyond disease that you can see in the screen. And I fully invite you to go. You can maybe tell us also a bit more about this present that you have for the tribe and the community, but also what is part of the deepest work that you do when you enjoy the most with your clients? What is the type of intricacy and depth of exploration that you go together with them?
right. So what you'll find at the https://bit.ly/beyond disease, what you'll find there is actually a mini e-course to step you through. Now, Loto, you're a little bit ahead of the game, and some of you might be ahead of the game, but you can easily take it beyond that. When I'm in a high vibration, my immune system, you actually can take it even beyond that. And I step you through how you can look at what's happening to you in a way that embraces it, sees the gifts in it, and flows with it. Because, I hyphenate it, dis-ease, not feeling quite well, is a natural part of what can be happening with our bodies, and because it's at times we tend to go to one extreme or another, and then coming back to balance, we do an elimination, like just naturally, like having a cold. And so what I really love is how everybody can go within and discover for themselves what their dis-ease is asking them to shift in their life. It's individual, and it's ahas. Like one person I worked with, she realized that she had this habit of nighttime eating, and at the same time she wanted to lose weight, and that didn't go together. So she realized that as a child, sometimes she couldn't sleep, and she'd come down and want to be with her mother and just be comforted, and her mother didn't want to do that, and she would just give her some food. And so that old pattern was still playing out today. And so by going within and seeing what this was asking her to shift in her life, she was able to give herself some self-nurturance instead of eating at night.
Actually, something that I do often when I get, maybe not in this case because it was really a light call, but when something hits me stronger, the first thing that I go is I Google a spiritual meaning of and the symptom, and often it's quite insightful. Something that I learned from another holistic practitioner is to really trust my intuition. I was like, so what is the way to understand fully what is the root? And he's like, actually, in essence, is what is your intuition telling you that this is the message of your body is about this symptom. And what it's my experience is that it helps me pay more attention and maybe own more that this is a result of what I'm doing and an opportunity or a demand from life and from my body to pay more attention. And so it's super cool that this gift that you have for us can help us go into going deeper in why we get into disease and how to get back into ease. And I'm thinking already of a few people that could benefit from going through this simple process. So thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So you bring up a good point that, sometimes we can be prompted if we, do some research. In the old days, in the 70s, Louise Hay wrote this book, You Can Heal Your Life. And she has correlations of different illnesses in our body parts and what our body's trying to tell us. But you always have to individualize it. And that comes with going within, using your intuition, because if we simply stop and be quiet, we definitely can get some insight. Yeah.
Super.
And
Please. You go.
well, and that actually, leads to more ease, which is in the title there. It's like, don't we want to be relaxed and have freedom and have ease in life? And so it's really important to do that step, to go within and let us be inner directed, because these things are happening for a reason. And we can really mine that, and that can lead us to even more freedom.
Super. I'm gonna link that. I really want all of you to take advantage and receive this gift in the screen at bit.ly/beyond disease. But also, since we are talking about freedom and it's hosted by Freedom Hackers Tribe, if you are already a member, you already know. But if you are not, which you can join for free for a month and receive all the gifts, the welcome gifts, without any commitment of anything else. And one of the gifts is about freedom, of course, because it's Freedom Hackers. And one of the gifts is a session to actually explore more of that freedom. So I guess just for being here, you can receive a package of gifts to support your mental health and your physical health. Like if we are still in Christmas, which at least in Spain, we are still in Christmas until the 7th. We received the 3 Magic Kings presents, and I'm in Spain right now, so here it goes. Still presents for these holidays for you all.
Right. And so my gift of this mini e-course, Beyond Disease, will actually keep giving, because you can find the gift in whatever is happening for you.
So what is, Dr. Sherry, what is, it's strange for me to call you a doctor because I normally call you just by your name, but I actually like it, how powerful it is, Dr. Sherry. And what is one experience where you have learned so surprisingly or insightfully from a symptom that you have had?
Well, I don't know if we have time for this story, but I have it. It's something I like to tell, is that before I became a doctor, I was having this unrelenting sciatica. If you know sciatic pain, it starts in your butt and then it goes burning down your leg. And for me, it was so bad that, I couldn't find any comfortable position, whether I was standing, sitting, lying, it was hurting. And I was seeing a naturopathic doctor at that time, and he tried all sorts of modalities in terms of acupuncture, ultrasound, all these things to try and relieve that pain. And week after week after week, I was getting treatments and it wasn't getting better. And this was at a time where, I didn't correlate it at that point, but this naturopathic doctor had suggested to me that I go to naturopathic medical school. And I was debating that. I was thinking, well, the time it'll take, the loans that I'll have to take out for my education. Can I even do it? Because this was kind of midlife for me, versus, well, this is a whole new career. This is a way I can serve people. I was starting to learn homeopathy, and I wanted to treat people with homeopathy. And I felt like I needed a medical background. And so I kept going back and forth on this decision. And wouldn't you know, after these weeks and weeks and weeks of treatment, I decided to go to naturopathic medical school. And in 3 days, that sciatic pain was completely gone with no other treatment. So that just shows you that it was my indecision where I was trying to go forward, but I was holding myself back. That tension in my mind was creating a tension in my body, which manifested as the sciatica. And so it was only after making the decision that I realized that that's what was going on. And so, perhaps if I had somebody prompted me to this, rather than, okay, if it's not acupuncture, then maybe we got to do some manipulation, got to do that. It's like we were working purely on the physical level when the cause was on my mental and emotional level. And, I dare say spiritual challenge too. So look at that. So it's a whole different way of looking at what's going on in our bodies.
That's amazing. I for a moment I was worried that maybe you were suggesting we all needed to become naturopathic doctors. I was like, maybe this is a big jump. But
I am suggesting that you become your own doctor through your own intuition.
Boom.
Yes.
And I love it. The other story that came to my mind, and with this we are gonna wrap it up because we need to go. But also, again, how awesome that you have these 2 gifts. Actually, one of welcome to a tribe, which you can find in the website or in the Instagram handle here, and bit.ly/beyond disease. And it's how awesome that we have this gift from you, because I normally, as I said before, I just go to Google, I find it, but of course there is so many links there. Some of them they resonate, some of them I don't know who wrote it there. I don't know even if they invented it or they have credibility. And in my case here, I know you are one of the persons that has helped me personally the most with my health. And sometimes it's been magically just talking to you for a few minutes and something that was going on for days in a painful way. I remember once a headache that was, I normally don't have headaches, but I was having it at the time and I don't even remember what happened. I remember in a few minutes of talking to you, it was gone. I was happy. I don't remember what was the gift back then, but it was a gift that it went away. The other thing that is funny, I was a couple of months ago, I was snoring. And I thought I didn't snore. I thought I slept and breathed deeply. But at that time I was snoring. My partner was telling me. So I looked at it. I found what was the symptom. And one of the things that it said, besides suggestions on how to sleep, was if you are snoring, it's like you are making noise during the night because you are not making those noises or expressing what you feel you need to express during the day. And wow, that hit in me. That clicked for me, and I started to pay more attention. Look, I am even feeling relief even right now, months later, and I expressed more. And surely, with that and a little change of posture, it went away. And that embarrassment that I felt about the not elegant aspect of snoring went away pretty easily. So I'm excited to find more simple hacks or ways to go beyond disease and into ease and become more of my own doctor. Thank you so much for the gift, Dr.
Yeah,
Cheryl.
it's all about our inner shifts. It's all about those inner shifts. And I can help you look at where it might be.
Thank you so much. I'm going to check the link really soon. And if you have any last ideas that you want to leave us with.
Yeah, trust your body. It's always working for your greater health. when you have a dis-ease, it's asking you to shift something to grow more. So this is the inherent intelligence of our bodies. Trust it and go deep within to find out what it's asking to shift.
Thank you so much. Much love to you. Much love to each one of you watching this. Thank you so much for joining. And if you feel this can help anyone else, please share it, or at least share the link for the gift. See you next time.
It's been so fun to be with you. Thank you.
Wow.